Alright, I'm James Williams Jr. We're on take 2 for interracial dating. And again, this should be the last video for the night if I can help it so I can go to bed. I have a busy day tomorrow. I have to go get my car checked out real quick because of some shit that happened. So, as I was saying, everybody has their preference. And statistically speaking, interracial relationships tend to last longer until some moron comes along and fucks things up by getting in someone's ear. And that's the thing about being in a relationship. You can't let outside people influence how your relationship is going to end. And of course, that was my situation because some people weren't grown enough or woman enough to do what was needed to be done. Alright, so moving on because there's a new girl in my life and I can't wait for her to get here from the Philippines. It's pretty fucking awesome. So, we won't go into details on that either. But the thing is, I have been, I guess you would say, subliminally and always overly attracted to Asian women. They are the most beautiful to me, and they are the most intimidating looking because they're naturally beautiful and they don't really need a lot of makeup. And a lot of people don't see what I see, so I can't really judge them. But how Asian girl walks in the room, most people notice it. You know what I'm saying? I damn sure notices it. I don't miss a hot beat when it comes to a hot Asian woman, right? Now, not to put fear into the new girl's heart or nothing, I'm not gonna leave her. Fuck that, because she's hot as hell. And, the whole thing, generally 9 times out of 10, when someone cheats on their significant other, it's generally because they went into a relationship with a woman of a different species or race, rather, and that's how they wound up cheating. So there's a solution to this. If you really love Asian women, marry an Asian woman so that you don't have to worry about leaving her. Now, granted, there will be hotter and other Asian women that will be crossing your path, but you have control of your dick. Alright? So keep control of your dick. Don't fuck your life up for a flash in the pan. Plus, the imagination can do amazing things. You can always play dress up. You can always play role play. Now, so that I can get back on track with interracial dating and interracial children. The hardest part of being multicultural, if from childhood, is knowing where to fit in. That's it. Now, everything else is easy. It's just that knowing where to fit in thing, and then there's those half-breed jokes. That's about the only downside of interracial dating, is that you have to worry about your child, alright? Now, back in the 70s and 80s, when I was a little runt, I'm still a runt, but when I was a little runt, kids don't see color, and like I said, it wasn't until like somewhere between the 3rd and 4th grade where we had the race war where people started pointing that out, that I wasn't all the way black, and I had to try and prove to them, which is probably why I continued to try to date black girls back in grade school. Like, we knew what the fuck we were doing. And then as I got into high school, I just was never physically attracted to black chicks. Even the light-skinned girls, the red bones, pretty, very pretty. But I wasn't really attracted to them. And there was one girl who was half black and half Chinese, but she had more Asian genes than black genes. She was lighter than me. And she thought that I was part Chinese. I was like, nah, darling, I'm part Cherokee. So, she's like, okay, well, still, basically, you can relate. I was like, yeah, I can relate. But she was hot as hell. Her name was Samantha. I don't remember her last name, but she was a 9th grader, and I was a 12th grader. And I was getting ready to go out. But I think she moved back to Alexandria, so I miss her wherever she is. And I hope she's doing well. And as I got into college, there was a Colombian girl named Maria Walker. And she was hot. And, technically, Colombians are of Asian descent because of the ethnic background that they're mixed with. So, if you're like Colombian and you come from like the Mayans, the Incans, or the Aztecs, your ass is Asian. And Maria Walker looked Asian. I guess she had a white daddy or something because Walker's not a Colombian last name. So anyway, you live and you learn, all right? And when I got to college, oh God, man, there was like mad hot black chicks. And I was beginning to wonder if there was something wrong with me because I'm not attracted to them. I mean, these broads were to die for, like porn star hot. But I just was not attracted to them. They could walk past me and offer me booty, and my shit would not get hard. So it's like, okay, but let one of the hot Asians or the little nerdy Asian girls go past, and I'm ready to rock. So it's like one of those things, and I was like, maybe it's me, or maybe I'm just insane. But I've always been into interracial dating. And the thing about interracial dating is you have your preference, and I'm not by myself. And no, it's not yellow fever. No, it's not jungle fever. And whenever I do see an interracial couple, like if I see a black chick with a white dude, I'm not mad. I'm happy. You know why? Because she actually got a man who's probably got something going on and wants to do something for himself, and she just got blessed. He happens to be white. No, there's a lot of the young brothers, man. The only thing they're really into is just dealing drugs. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. And then there's a lot of young white brothers who want to be Negroes, so they date black chicks, but they also got black swag, something I've never had. So if they got black swag, if you know a white person who's blacker than the coolest black guy you know, there you go. He's not white, he's black. He's just white on the outside. He's the reverse of an Oreo. And the thing is, like I said, back in grade school, being multicultural and not knowing it, it was okay until my mom had to come to school. When my mom came to school, yep, there it is. Kids are cruel. James, you got a white mama. Oh, things went to hell from there. And the thing about that is, when the race war came in, it was whose side are you on? And then when I got to middle school, I really liked black chicks, but they just weren't for me. And at the time, I also was in a long distance relationship with a black chick who would wind up later cheating on me with somebody older and black who threatened to kill me. And at 14, as good as I am in a fist fight, I don't have shit on a grown ass man. Plus, he was taller than me, and I was scared. But it was all good because my dad had my back, and my dad said, "Well, you better make sure you kill him because after you're done, I'm killing you. No court in the land's gonna hang me for killing a grown man who wanted statutory raping my son's girlfriend." Anyway, long and short, I'm gonna end this. I don't think there's anything wrong with interracial dating. As long as your hearts are together and it's pure and it's actual love and not just lust and you're all about fucking, then go for it. And you never know. Everyone can learn from someone else's culture. Everyone can learn from someone else's struggling. And the struggle is real. If you're a white man dating a black chick, here's rule number one. Don't use the N-word. After you marry her, still don't use the N-word because it still hurts. If you're a black man marrying an Asian woman, don't call them chinks, gooks, slant eye, wetback. Don't call them any of that stuff. Same thing with Spanish because it's the same damn thing. Same thing with Native American women. You don't really want to insult them. So you definitely don't, they are squaw, but you don't need to call them that because that's kind of like the equivalent of a nigger now. So you don't want to call them that. You call them by their names. And you don't want to get nasty. If she makes you mad, you be like, well, that's why you look like Pocahontas and say something bad about Pocahontas. Or, you don't talk about the cultural divide. So, and most of the time in interracial relationships, the racial insults are the last thing that ever happens. Where if you're both of the same ethnicity or whatever, sometimes things get rough. And then sometimes people get hit. And another thing, statistically speaking, it is very rare for interracial couples to have drag out fist fights and wind up with the law. There are 1 in 1,000 where it does happen, and there are times where it just doesn't happen. So, you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons on that. And hopefully, if you're in a good relationship, you never have to worry about getting beat up, and you never have to worry about not being able to voice your opinion to the person that you love. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc 2. I probably should have just kept this going on the other one. It probably would have been 30 minutes because this is only 9 minutes in. But I'm stopping now because I need to. My name is James Williams Jr. And if I have offended anyone with my interracial dating and stuff or any other video I've had, let me be the first to say, if you're this sensitive, then you probably should find another channel to watch. I am sorry, but only to the degree of trying to make you feel better. But I'm not taking anything back because once it's out, it's out. And so you have to kind of deal with it. You might not like it, but you don't have to come back to the channel. If you don't like it, you don't have to come back to the channel. But if you do, you're always welcomed here. Just be forewarned that I tell the truth. I give you 99.9 most of the time. And if I know you're strong enough, I give you the whole 1,000. So, if you can handle the truth, this is the place to be. If you can't handle the truth, I can water it down for you. But eventually you're going to want to know the truth and you're going to have to handle the truth. So, again, this is where it is. So my name is James Williams Jr. I have one more video coming and then I'm done for the night. Alright, thank you very much.